rock and roll trucker.
This is the Rock and Roll Trucker. We're knocking out miles, we're eating good, we're rocking and rolling and having a good time. Come along for a ride. Let's see where we can go today.
Good morning, y'all. Greetings from one of my least favorite places on earth. We're on I-285 going around Atlanta. I didn't really record any yesterday. I like to take a day off from it during the week, and I like to take one day off, usually Tuesday. Here's what I'm thinking I'm going to do, and so we don't have a full video go up on Wednesdays. But we drove all day yesterday. Got our load delivered in Jacksonville, and then went to Savannah and picked up, and we drove until we were close to being out of hours, and we stopped at one of my favorite little hideaway spots last night in Dublin, Georgia. This morning, I needed some fuel, but I was trying to get as far as I could this morning, as close to getting to Atlanta as I could without stopping, to prevent, let as little of the awful traffic pile up as possible. And I'm getting as far as the Petro over here on 285, right before you start getting over to I-75 again, heading north. And I'm unfortunately going to have to make a quick dive off in there. I don't enjoy going there. It is what it is. I got to do what I got to do. I don't want to get up here to 75 and get stuck in a standstill and run out. I was going to stop in Jackson, Georgia, back there at the 201 on 75, but I was like, well, if I spend, that'll be 20 more minutes of traffic. And as you can see, I'm moving right now, but that is subject to change right up here. And behind me back there, I'd already hit a couple of bouts of pretty junky traffic, and there's already accidents this morning already. The sun's not even all the way up. People are already crashing. So it's just absolute insanity around the Atlanta metro area as usual. I can't stand it. It's one of my least favorite parts of any driving week, is dealing with anything remotely close to Atlanta. But we're up. We're at it. We're moving. Weather looks nice this morning. Nice and cool. Looks like we might, if we don't kill too much time fueling, if we just splash us a quick few gallons to get the heck out of there, we might be able to boogie on out and get the rest of the way, get up through Marietta and everything, just get out of the overall mess. And then we're headed to Rossville, Georgia, just right there around, basically, that's all but being in Chattanooga. I don't know what I'm doing after that yet. My hunches tell me probably Coca-Cola, but I don't know. We'll find that out here in a little while. We're barely going to make our appointment time this morning if we do it all. Yesterday, our delivery in Jacksonville, unbeknownst to me, dispatch did not let me know. They did not give me all the details that I really could have used to prepare for the delivery. Much to my surprise, I got there close to the delivery address, and it was in the Jacksonville port. Yay! And I don't have a TWIC card, and I had no contact information to call in and get an escort to get in. And I had a whole big process of having to play phone tag and just guess and throw darts at a board on who to get in contact with and stuff like that, because nobody let me know it was a port delivery. And if I had had that information, I could have prepared for it earlier that morning or the previous day. It's nice to get information pertaining to loads that are really going to be a pain in the butt like that. What can you say? That's par for the course with the way my weeks usually go. But needless to say, I'm going to be asking them if you can please refrain from sending me to any ports anymore. That'd be great, because it's not fun. The process of trying to get in the things, especially when you don't have all your pertinent information, can really suck when you don't have a TWIC card. And I don't want a TWIC card because I don't want to be dealing with ports. That's precisely why I have never gotten a TWIC card, is because I don't like ports. I don't like dealing with them. I don't want to deal with them. If I wanted to deal with ports, I'd get my TWIC card and go pull containers or something like that. The headache is not worth the reward to me. But yeah, so we were a little behind this morning just via having lost so much time yesterday in that process. So we might end up being a few minutes late this morning, but there's truly, honestly, nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do. I can't break into the port and force them to take, 43,000 pounds of lime dust off my truck without, getting sent to the federal penitentiary, so give me all the information next time, then it'll be easier. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, here we are. It's one of the worst places on earth to try and get into as far as truck stops go. Can't stand it. I hate it. It sucks getting in. It sucks getting out. It sucks getting back on 285. It sucks being on 285. It sucks trying to fight your way back through 75. Atlanta sucks. This truck stop sucks. Delivering anything in or around Atlanta sucks. Yeah. I'm trying to have a good attitude about things. I'm trying to be in a much better mood. Keep my spirits up, which I've done very well with this week. But it is a fight. It is a battle when y'all get me around Atlanta. It really is. But I'm going to make it, y'all. We're going to make it. I'm going to survive this without grabbing anybody by their neck. By, grabbing them by the old goozle pipe and giving them a good shake. I'm not going to do it this morning. Yeah. I'm not going to go. I'm going to get in here, try and pump just a very minimal amount of fuel and get the heck out as soon as possible. As soon as possible. Every minute I am over here is a minute too long. But y'all hang out and be good till I get back. I'll see you in a little while. Hello. I'm back for a minute. We have since made it all the way to Rossville, Georgia. Unloaded our Red Bull and moved on over and picked up our other load right here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Took a little bit, not horrible. We're loaded up. We're pointing towards Ridgeville, South Carolina. They had me another load lined up behind that one that was going to deadhead 2 hours again all the way back to Savannah for more Red Bull. That was going to go to Milton, Florida for Friday morning at 7 a.m., which probably wasn't going to happen on that. Now, if we're keeping tabs, last week I requested to stay out and go some different places, further out and chase some revenue, and they sent me home. Well, this week I said I still want to get home Friday, and what do? For Friday, they send me down to the bottom of Florida. And I had a feeling I knew which load they were going to give me to get back. It was going to be a deadhead, and I wasn't going to get back till Friday night after I wanted to get home. So I had to think that over and decide to let them know I would be much more comfortable getting something out of South Carolina to head back home, because there's a good chance that could end up getting hung out Friday night and not getting home till Saturday morning. It's not a big, I would expect that if I was a company driver, but I'm not. And I had sent a message earlier saying, that I still want to get home this Friday, and they returned the message and said, okay, we'll get you home this weekend. And I'm like, well, I didn't say I wanted to get home this weekend. I said I wanted to get home Friday. There's a big difference in that, and the trucking world like to do that thing where if they get you home within a day or whatever when you ask, they figure that's getting you back. That's not the way it works in the world. But I sent them a message, and they were good about it and replied back and said, okay, don't worry about it. We'll work on something else. So that was seemed fairly easy to deal with. Nobody seemed to be mad or irritated. That's good. Fair enough. Can't be mad at anybody there. So hopefully we'll find out what we're going to be doing tomorrow after we deliver this here in the next couple of hours. Yeah, I sat there. I made another little funny YouTube short video earlier. I did one last night that did okay, and I did another one a while ago that took off and was doing real good. And I talked about this on another video. And here come the couple of guys that always got to show up and say, man, I got to make some comment about my ears or my nose ring. Oh, Lord, don't some of you people ever get tired of that? I've done told you it's not hurting my feelings. One of them even went so as far as to felt like it was necessary to insult one of my kids on there that they've never seen or never met. So, oh, the internet. Such a grand batch of people out there. They're trying to be cute, trying to be insulting, trying to be funny, and they're none of the above. And they're not even getting their desired effect, because it does go away. I don't care. You're not bothering me. Yeah, I got a nose ring. I got things in my ears. We went over this. I made a little video about it even. It's like, whatever. It's what I like. It's what I want. I did it for myself, not for you. So I fail to see why people keep deciding to harp on that. So just here it is one more time. It doesn't bother me, idiots. No, go on about your day. It's not going to hurt you to do that, or continue to do it, because honestly, every time y'all comment, every time you reply back to me and fuss, helps my little algorithm out. It wrestles up a couple of more views to the video. So you know what? Talk about the nose ring in the ears all you want. You're trying to insult me, and you're actually helping me. So, well, boom to you. 2 bird fingers out, right? Yeah. And I'm not going to dwell on that. Discernment. We're going to discern what is worth our time and what is not, and that is not. So no more devoted to that. What we do got to devote some time is getting down here to Pilot. I just dumped a minimal amount of fuel this morning, as I mentioned, just to get me here. And I got a fuel stop down here outside of Dalton, Georgia, that's going to be a little cheaper, and I'll get a little bit more fuel there to be enough to deal with this trip. And then we'll be good to go. Unfortunately, we're going to hit Atlanta right about the time traffic starts again. We got it this morning, and we're going to get it in the afternoon too. Yay! I'm so happy. Not going to worry about it though. We'll get through there. We'll get it done. We'll get this load delivered tomorrow. Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we're out here to do. Deliver loads. And of course, this one is heavy again. Y'all heard me kind of fuss a little bit about that on these videos too. About it seems like we don't have any freight that's not heavy, and this is back to back to back to back to back to back, about 15 in a row that have been over 40,000 pounds. You know, so that's just the normal state of affairs here on this gig, it appears. And it's just going to have to be a treat and a surprise anytime it's different. And it's all right though. We're going to get it there. Eventually, these freight rates are going to come back up and be all right. Won't be quite as bad pulling heavy. It's never fun. It's never awesome. But when you're getting paid better on them, it kind of takes the sting out of it a little bit. These aren't paying great right now. They're merely paying tolerable. They're paying a profit, but they're not paying anything to write home about as far as owning a truck and operating your own business. But they're keeping our heads above water for now, so we just got to deal with it until the rates come back up like everybody else out here. And it's just back to my standard thing that I say constantly. It is what it is, people. It is what it is. We're going to keep ourselves in good spirits today. Water off a duck's back, right? Or something like that. I don't know. Some old saying about water in a duck, somebody's back. I don't know. I assume it's the water on the... I have to go Google that and make sure I got that right. Or y'all can get in the comments though if I got that right. It's something like that. I don't care. No sense in harping on that. But I'm going to go drive. I'm going to get down here to the fuel stop, get it in there, and hopefully not hit the worst of the Atlanta traffic. Until then, my fine friends, y'all hang out, and I'll be back in a little while. Be good. Oh, people, save my sanity. I am right in the heart of Atlanta traffic again. For the second time today. Got it once going the other way, now I'm getting it going this way. You know what I think about this. My distaste for driving in or around Atlanta is very well documented on these videos over time. Can't stand it. We're going to get through it. We got to get our way around 285 over to I-20. Get ourselves pointed towards Augusta. Get ourselves pointed towards the right part of South Carolina that we got to go to. Now we got to go down 20 for a good ways, and I think we're jumping off on a state highway and cutting it across to 26, I do believe it is. And then going way over there, almost darn near to the coast of South Carolina, I think. It seemed like it was in, not right beside it, but in the vicinity, in the same region of South Carolina as Charleston, maybe. I don't remember enough to look again, but all I know is I'm on the 285 leg of the journey, and I'm waiting to get around to 20 to do that part of the journey. Hey, traffic just opened up a little bit, but there was a bunch of red patches all over the map, so it's not going to stay this free flowing, I don't believe. But for the few minutes we've got it, we will absolutely take it. Yeah, looks like we got us something resolved on the trips. I guess we're not doing the Florida thing anymore. We've now got something that's going to pick up. We're going to deadhead all the way back to Augusta, Georgia tomorrow. Do some of that free driving. I've been doing a lot of that free driving on this gig here. Been a lot of deadheading. We're going to do that. Grab something that's going to go just right back to the BWY drop yard tomorrow, or for Friday, and then I guess I'll be going home. It's not really, I was expecting something a little more, something that I might be able to take a little further than that and deliver on Friday and then come back, but I guess not. That doesn't do me a lot of, financially isn't spectacular, because since I'm not carrying it all the way, I'll be splitting that revenue somewhere along the way, so I won't get the whole bill for that. Even though I'm the one doing all the deadhead driving for free, I am not going to get the benefits of the full bill, because somebody else is going to take the load the last 100, 150 miles, 200, whatever it is. I don't know how far or where it's going. Just know that that's not exactly what I was expecting to get. It seems to be a very all or nothing situation. I don't know. Maybe I should have took the one to Florida, but it wasn't what I wanted. It's not what I asked for. I haven't really got anything that I've exactly asked for the last week or two as far as my schedule goes, but we're trying to deal with it the best we can. But it just seems like you either get nothing or next to nothing, or you get like way past what you really should be getting or had asked for. I don't know how to. Weeks are not being put together very well. It's like they've got some freight, and some of it's okay, some of it's decent, but the stuff is just not being put together and mapped out very well in most weeks. Just not at all. Lots of deadheading, just lots of, I don't know, just overlapping times, and I don't know, it is what it is. I should, even with the abrupt halt in the revenue there, it should come out okay, maybe passable. I'm getting tired of coming out on the okay though. Tired of, I don't know, this trucking industry sucks right now. I don't know how to put it any other way. It just sucks right now. I don't know. It's not been an easy venture since I got this truck. I mean, I knew that I was getting in at a rough time, but I also got in at a rough time and gotten onto a couple of gigs that just haven't completely panned out for the best yet. I don't know. We'll make it though. We'll make it as long as we're at the end of the week. As long as we're in the black and not the red, right? We're still hanging in like a hair in a biscuit on that right there. It's so much effort for so little reward right now, though. Just reward is the effort is far outbalancing the reward. I don't know. I'm not going to get talking all down about it and everything. Hey, here's one of the big Champion Tire and Wheel trucks. Before I moved to Chattanooga, I had an interview set up with those people to go. They supply the tires and the tire changing machinery and stuff to the whole NASCAR circuit. And I had an interview set up with them. Then I was going to go to North Carolina and interview with them, and that job would have been really, really awesome. It was going to require a ton of time away from home, and at the time, the family and life transition I was going through, it didn't seem like the best thing to do as far as my kids were concerned. So let it go. It was okay pay, not really spectacular, but there was so many other perks. The equipment was awesome. Lots of perks. It's one of those, I wonder what would have happened things had I went to that interview and taken that job. I don't know. Who knows? I think life worked out for the better, though. I sure wouldn't have run across my lady if I had taken that job. So, really not even worth reminiscing over, because I wouldn't have the most important thing I've got right now. Outside of my kids, you know, I would not have my lady right now. So, by doing what was a little better for my relationship with my kids, panned out for me in other ways in life. And I landed my lady. And she is way more important than the perks that come with driving on the NASCAR circuit there. So, there shouldn't even be any questions. No, I absolutely don't. I do not regret taking that job. I didn't mean any of that to sound like I did. That truck reminded me of those times. It was a big transitional period of my life where a lot of decisions were made, and that was one of them. That'd have been a cool job. Maybe I'll explore that one again in a year or two once my younger kid gets out of school, and me and Aaron get transformed on some different paths. I don't know. Or I may do like I said and just get this truck paid off and be done with it all. That's the more ideal situation. But we'll see. Aaron and I are always looking for interesting adventures, and that would be an interesting adventure. I'm going to quit rambling on here. I'm going to drive some. This clip has gotten a little longer than I meant it to. Traffic's starting to thicken back up, so I'm going to concentrate on getting through this without going crazy, like I often do. So y'all hang out until I get back, and we'll get to South Carolina. See y'all in a little bit. What's up, y'all? No road view on this one here. I'm stopped. At least I hope I'm stopped. I was about out of hours, and was looking for a place to stop. All the truck stops are starting to get full. So I looked up a Wal Mart. It's had some reviews on Truckers Path saying from people that they've gotten away with sleeping here recently. I'm at the Wal Mart Supercenter in Thompson. I guess, am I still in Georgia? I think I'm still in Georgia. Yeah. Thompson, Georgia. I'm pulled over to the side out of the way like I always try to be. And we're going to hope for the best and hope we don't get asked to leave. When I can't get a truck stop, I prefer a Walmart. So yeah, fingers crossed. I'll have to go inside the store here in a minute. But we're done for the day. We got about less than 3 hours to go tomorrow to get where we're going. Probably going to get up pretty early. Tired, y'all. It's been a long couple of days for no more than we've actually accomplished. And we've done some driving. We've been on just kind of a weird schedule. It's been a daytime schedule, but I don't know how to describe it. It's just been, since I've started this gig, it goes, the way they get everything scheduled, it kind of goes a lot, pretty stacked up and non-stop. It can get a little tiring the way they do it with the way the live loads and everything stack up. But yeah, we're here, Thompson Walmart Supercenter, hoping for the best, hoping we don't get asked to leave. There's a couple of Walmart trucks here, so they're not going to ask them to leave. Hopefully they just kind of ignore me, because I'm over here out of the way where nobody's going to park. And I got a couple other backup plans I spotted on the way in here just in case. But yeah, we're all done. We're going to get to Ridgeville, South Carolina tomorrow. It's in the Charleston vicinity, and then we're going to deadhead back to Augusta, grab a load, and head back to the yard. Hopefully all in a timely manner. We're going to end up hitting the stupid Atlanta traffic again tomorrow, I'm sure. Be the third time in 2 days. You know how much I love that. But see, what do I got for you? Rock and Roll Truckers music recommendation for today. I went way back to 1992. It's a slightly mellower album than what I go for, but it's got some pretty good rocking spots on it. But it's an album that clears my mind. It just takes me back to the, way back. It's from 92. Just kind of reminds me of something, and I'm not quite sure what, but it's a relaxing album to me. It's the album Grave Dancers Union by Soul Asylum. It goes way back to 92. That band is still technically around right now, but I believe their frontman, Dave Perner, is the only one left, the only original one. So I believe they still do a little something here and there. It was a great band in their day when they were in their prime, that Grave Dancers Union. I think it sold a few million copies, and the first 3 tracks of it right off the rip, you got Black Gold and Runaway Train, and the third song, I just looked at them, is for some reason is slipping my mind at the moment, but it's the first three were radio hits, and it was a pretty huge record at the time, and still holds up. Some of it's mellow, some of it's pretty rocking, but it's like not metal or anything by any means. It's straightforward, like, you know, rock and roll and a lot of acoustic stuff and everything. A really great album if you just kind of want to chill out and don't want anything that's, you know, gonna make you feel hyperactive or anything like that. Just good stuff. I've always enjoyed that record, and I'll recommend it to any of you if you've never listened to it. And it's just good. And their next album after that was really good too. They put out some good stuff. But that's my recommendation. Grave Dancers Union by Soul Asylum. I think they were once dubbed in the media or Rolling Stone or something like that as like the hardest working band in show business or something like that at the time. They were like road dogs, you know. They'd been around forever, since before they got any success. I think they originally formed for the first time like back in the very early 80s, and just kind of, you know, they put out stuff and just never had a lot of big success, and then they hit it big with that record. And, so they've been out there grinding for a long time. Great record though, check it out. That's my musical recommendation. That's about all I got for you. I'm going to go in this Wal Mart and I'm going to find me something to eat and all that good stuff, do my nightly routines, and hope I don't get run off from here. Hopefully I can sleep good and not be bothered. And so I'll close out by saying, you know, whatever time it is when you're watching this, if it's morning, if it's nighttime, if it's afternoon, have a good one of those. And be good or be good at it, whatever you do in life. If you can't be, you know, if you can't be good at something. If you can't be good at something, you know, I don't know what to tell you. Just be good or be good at it. Interpret that how you will. You can look at it several different ways. And I'm just babbling right there. We're trying to explain myself, so now you know what I was trying to say. But yeah, and we'll close out again, as usual, here lately with the great words of the great Red Green Show. This mostly to all you guys, if the ladies can't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. So you better either get to washing that face or polishing up your skills at something, right? I'm going to go on that note. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see you on the next ride. Bye-bye.